I know the price of success. Dedication, hard work, and an unremitting devotion to the things you want to see happen. Lloyd Wright. My friends, what do you want to see happen? Do you want to become a market master? You want to be able to look at these charts, figure out when to get in, when to get out, how to make things work for your financial future? Well, you do that by 10 to 15 minutes each and every day practicing. The dedication each and every day. The hard work, 10 to 15 minutes. You don't have to spend hours. Here's what people try to do. They're used to the school analogy, not the farm analogy. What does that mean? Oh, I could go to school and then I could cram for a test having not paid attention all semester, maybe make an A, maybe make a B, depending on how the teacher graded. You got one of those easy grading teachers, you could cram and pass the course, as opposed to the farm model. You can't plant all the seeds one night, water the hell out of them, put a lot of fertilizer on top of them, and have corn the next day. No. You had to have the dedication. You had to put the work in. You had to stick with it. That's what this is. This is the farm model. This isn't the school model. So many of us, since we didn't grow up on farms, they don't understand. So many people don't understand that. This is different. Now we're going to jump into the charts. We see stocks are down, bonds and gold up, Bitcoin down. Before we do that, I just want to tell you quickly, Patreon members, this is a good day for me to be able to do earlier in the week than I typically do. I'm going to record, God willing, as soon as we finish this and get it uploading, I'm going to record for you the charting cryptos, commodities, and currencies, and the three-wave trades. Those are the trades that we go through for you each and every week from our list of liquid stocks with liquid options and liquid ETFs with liquid options. We go through that. We curate that list for you, share with you what we are seeing. If you're not a Patreon member, you need to be one. It's easy to support us here. Just follow the link to our Patreon page at any of the three levels. First thing you get is Options Made Simple, the Charting Wealth Way, our three-part series on options. Everything you need to know to start your practice trading your student options. We got it. Best training on the internet. Let's jump into these charts. We see the S&P 500 again following suit as to what we saw yesterday and the last 1, 2, 3 days before, 4 days now. What have we seen happen? Well, we saw on Thursday morning, market popped up, and then Thursday afternoon, market popped up, same in the morning, but in the afternoon too. And then on Friday, drove down below the weekly trend line on the half-day chart. And but for popping up popping up this morning just before the Fed meeting, you then saw things drive down in the afternoon. So again, as we look at the weekly candle, we see that it has broken clearly with the weekly trend line heading down. Last week we had, of course, a red volume. That means that it opened lower than the prior close. That's how we get these red. If you don't put that special command in, and I can show you real quickly here on settings on volume, you can see color based on previous close. If you watch here on the volume, as I click off, you'll see what ends up happening is everything then turns to be the color of the candle. So we just changed that up in the settings on the volume. So I'd encourage you to think about doing that if you've not already done it. So what do we see going on? Well, we see have now 4 days of increasing down movement. Look at that high volume on the 2-day, well above average when we first blew through that. That's a good signal that things are going to keep going down, which of course they have. And look at the volume at the end of the day, really high volume. So a little bit of up movement and a lot of down movement. We settled out with a spinning top. So again, markets at this point, moving over, going down. Have a couple more days to make our decision about getting into a down move. What about the NASDAQ 100? Now, the S&P was down 0.92. NASDAQ down much more, 1.44. Now, we didn't have the prior 2-day candle. That was the Friday, Monday, last Friday, this Monday. It didn't, we had the wick pushing through, but the candlestick itself had not pushed through. Just a very short, almost a doji, might call it a spinning top. Anyway, lots of indecision there, but we can see where it really jacked down this last 2-day candle. And we can see where we had things cross over candle-wise on Friday afternoon, then down Monday, down Tuesday. Like the S&P up some this morning, and then rolling over, heading down. So we see negative on the charts for both the S&P and the NASDAQ 100, and we may very well be going short before the week is out. What's up with 20-year bonds? Up some for the day. What's really going on? Look at this half-day chart down here. You can see where things bottomed out. What's that? On Monday morning, the 18th, and they've just been sort of sliding along. End of the day with a doji. Look at all of that volume to just have a doji. Now, when you see high volume, what do you typically expect? You expect a big candle like you see here with this high volume and down move. But we don't have much going on at all with all that volume. Well, that tells you there's some anomaly taking place. What's happening? Don't quite know yet. We'll pay close attention to that and see, is it struggling to move up or down? Well, we're going to pay attention to where it goes next. Now, again, that's our smallest chart, so it doesn't tell us the full read on what's going to go on the big one. But as we look at the 2-day, we can also see, red down candle, not a big down candle, but average volume. Whereas before, with the same size candles, now some had up wicks, but you can see volume less. This is higher volume, again, on a red going down. So we'll pay attention to where things end up continuing to move, perhaps down. We'll see. What about gold? Gold just barely up for the day, 0.07%. Now, as we look at where gold has been tracking for the last few days, since it bottomed out with this high volume, and not so big a candle, really, really high volume, almost double the average, and reached the most recent low and then turned around. And of course, you see gold now, it's not penetrated, again, this weekly trend line, but it sure seems to be moving up to it. We've not been able to draw the trend line anywhere else because we had 1 week of okay movement back on the week beginning 28th of August. Then we had one of those weeks where it just is sort of hanging there with a little spinning top doji. And then a doji last week. Then this week, a small green up candle. But again, no way to even draw a trend line that means anything. So waiting for gold to sort itself out. And today at a 0.077% up movement, doesn't tell us anything. So we'll wait. We'll be patient. We'll see what the charts tell us to do. Now, we see XBTF, that is the VanEck Bitcoin Strategy ETF, that is like an ETF. It tracks Bitcoin, so it only moves during market hours. What do we see it doing? Well, of course, we see that we have penetrated the weekly trend line, and it was a long still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. This week, clearly above. We see 3 up candles. Again, 6 days of movement, but we do see, where things really peaked back on Monday, and they really haven't gone above that since then. Down 0.95%. Again, waiting to see. We can see where Bitcoin took off last time at about the same area where it is right now. So we'll pay attention and see how the week continues to progress and what Bitcoin might do. My friends, that is where we are today. We will continue to chart these markets for you each and every day. If you're not a subscriber at chartingwealth.com, why are you not? It's free. That list is never spammed, never shared. And what do you get for that? You get the daily trainings that we put out for you each and every day. You get, of course, our videos that we record, our daily reviews and our once-a-week weekly review and forecast. Plus, you get links to all sorts of cool stuff. And like I said, that daily training. So don't miss it. Go there, sign up. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube, and please always give us a thumbs up. It helps us. It helps us with all the computer stuff that's going on as far as the algorithms and those types of things. So we appreciate that. Say good things about us. God bless, my friends. All the best from the whole team at Charting Wealth World Headquarters.